In a world on the brink of chaos, where the rumble of engines and the staccato burst of machine guns echoed through the desolate landscapes of Europe, a vision of a different kind of war machine took shape. A team of innovative minds, fueled by the ferocity of their imagination, dared to defy the conventional wisdom of warfare. They sought to shatter the boundaries between land and sea, to merge the two domains into one, and to unleash upon the world a new breed of warrior. It was 1942, the year of unrelenting struggle, when the United States military embarked on a secret project. The objective: to create an amphibious vehicle that could traverse the treacherous waters of the Pacific, carrying its crew and cargo in safety, and then swiftly deploy onto enemy shores. The codename was Flyer, and it would change the course of human history. In a small, nondescript workshop, nestled in the heart of America, a team of engineers, led by the enigmatic and brilliant Dr. Robert Moore, toiled day and night. Theirs was a quest to push the boundaries of innovation, to create a machine that would defy the laws of physics, and to revolutionize the art of warfare. The year was 1942, but the Flyer's story was one that would span decades, and echo through the annals of history. In a world still reeling from the devastation of World War II, a small band of visionaries dared to imagine a future where the very fabric of warfare would be torn asunder. They called it the Aerolite, a flying jeep that defied the laws of gravity and shattered the boundaries of conventional thinking. Conceived by the brilliant minds at Bell Aircraft, the Aerolite was more than a mere prototype. It was a revolutionary concept that threatened to upend the status quo. Deep within the Bell Aircraft hangar, a team of engineers and designers toiled tirelessly, pouring their collective genius into the Aerolite's design. Led by the enigmatic and daring Arthur M. Young, they pushed the boundaries of aerodynamics and materials science to create a rotor system that would make the impossible possible. Imagine a series of delicate, curved blades, spinning in perfect harmony to generate lift and propulsion. The rotor system, a marvel of intricate complexity, was the Aerolite's most striking feature, a symphony of steel and wire that would allow the flying jeep to defy gravity and soar through the skies. With each passing test, the Aerolite's rotor system proved itself to be a masterpiece of engineering. It danced in the air, a hypnotic blur of motion that left onlookers awestruck. But behind the scenes, the team faced a daunting array of challenges, from treacherous weather conditions to the very real fear of catastrophic failure. As the Aerolite took to the skies, its designers and testers held their collective breath, knowing that every rotation of the rotor brought them one step closer to the unknown. Would it stay aloft, or would it crash and burn in a blaze of flame and steel? The answers would come, but for now, the Aerolite remained an enigma, a tantalizing glimpse into a future where the impossible became possible. In the midst of World War II, amidst the chaos of global conflict, a radical vision emerged from the dusty drawing boards of the United States Army's Ordnance Department. A team of engineers, fueled by innovation and driven by the unrelenting pursuit of advantage, dared to challenge the conventional wisdom of warfare. They sought to create a flying jeep, an aircraft that would revolutionize the battlefield, striking fear into the hearts of enemies and securing victory for the Allies. Meet the Aerolite, a marvel of 1940s ingenuity. This was no mere fantasy, but a meticulously crafted prototype, born from the convergence of cutting-edge technology and unyielding determination. The Aerolite's design was a masterclass in minimalism, its sleek lines and lightweight structure betraying the complexity of its engineering. Imagine a vehicle that could traverse the skies, a flying jeep capable of landing on any terrain, be it the dusty dunes of North Africa or the rugged mountains of Europe. The Aerolite was envisioned as a versatile workhorse, ferrying troops, supplies, and even artillery across vast distances, evading enemy fire and striking from the most unexpected angles. This was a game-changer, a war winner waiting to happen. The Aerolite's success would have rewritten the rules of modern warfare, giving the Allies an unparalleled advantage in the skies and on the ground. But, as history would soon reveal, the Aerolite's fate was inextricably linked to the darker forces of human ingenuity, and the consequences of its fall from favor would be nothing short of catastrophic. Imagine a world where the very notion of warfare is turned upside down, where the cavalry, that storied institution of battle-hardened horsemen, is replaced by a strange, winged contraption that thunders across the skies. The year is 1942, and in the deserts of Arizona, a team of visionaries and engineers is pushing the boundaries of what is thought possible. Deep in the heart of the United States Army Air Force's proving ground, a top-secret project is taking shape. Code-named Flying Jeep, this unorthodox vehicle is the brainchild of a brilliant and audacious inventor named Frank Piasecki, a man ahead of his time. Piasecki has spent years perfecting his design, and now, the moment of truth has arrived. As the sun beats down on the Arizona sand, a sleek, angular machine takes to the skies. The whir of its rotors, the roar of its engines, and the whoosh of the wind create a symphony of sound that is both beautiful and terrifying. The Flying Jeep, with its pilot, Lieutenant Colonel William Erickson, at the controls, begins to dance across the desert horizon. The initial flights are a resounding success. The Flying Jeep proves its mettle, demonstrating a level of agility and maneuverability that is unprecedented in the world of aviation. It can hover, dart, and bank with ease, its rotors whipping the air into a frenzy as it performs a series of breathtaking stunts. The crowds gather, mesmerized by the spectacle, as the Flying Jeep takes to the skies once more. This time, it's not just a matter of demonstration. It's a test of its true capabilities. With the world holding its breath, the Flying Jeep soars higher and higher, its rotors beating out a rhythm that is both fierce and exhilarating. For a moment, it seems as if nothing can stop this marvel of engineering. The Flying Jeep is the future. And it's here, now, in the scorching desert of Arizona. But, as we shall soon discover, the road to reality is paved with challenges, and the Flying Jeep is about to face its greatest trial yet. In the scorching deserts of Arizona, a revolution was brewing. A team of visionary engineers, fueled by innovation and a thirst for greatness, had set out to defy the laws of gravity and reshape the battlefield. The Aerolite, a Flying Jeep prototype, was the brainchild of a maverick designer, Jack Northrop, and his team at Northrop Corporation. But as the dream took shape, it became clear that the Aerolite's design was beset by the very challenges that had doomed countless other experimental aircraft before it. Imagine a vehicle, born of steel and aluminum, yet meant to defy the constraints of the Earth. The Aerolite was a marvel of its time, a precursor to the high-tech marvels that would soon dominate the skies. Yet, as the engineers struggled to bring their creation to life, they faced a daunting reality. The scale and control of their design were inextricably linked. Aerodynamics, the subtle dance of air and metal, proved a formidable foe. The Aerolite's sleek lines, meant to slice through the air with ease, instead created a vortex of turbulence that threatened to shake the entire vehicle apart. The team wrestled with the conundrum of how to tame the beast, how to harness its power and channel it into a usable force. Control, that most elusive of qualities, proved a will-o'-the-wisp. The Aerolite's designers struggled to balance the competing demands of stability and maneuverability. A vehicle that could soar through the skies, yet remain grounded and responsive, was a holy grail of sorts. But as they worked tirelessly to achieve this elusive balance, they encountered a host of unforeseen obstacles. The engine, a vital component of the Aerolite's design, proved a source of endless frustration. Powerful and efficient, yet temperamental and finicky, it threatened to bring the entire project crashing down around them. And then, of course, there was the issue of materials. The delicate balance between strength and weight. As the team toiled, driven by a fierce determination to succeed, they encountered a seemingly insurmountable truth. The Aerolite's design was a house of cards, held together by a fragile web of assumptions and compromises. And at the heart of it all, a nagging question echoed through the desert air. Could they truly succeed where so many others had failed? In the sweltering summer of 1942, a revolution on wheels was unfolding in the deserts of California. The flying Jeep prototype, a marvel of engineering and innovation, stood poised to shatter the conventions of modern warfare. Its creators, a team of brilliant and daring minds, had envisioned a future where soldiers could traverse the battlefield with unprecedented speed and agility. But as the war effort intensified, the focus of the project began to shift. The all-consuming urgency of victory began to dictate the pace of innovation. The whims of practicality, the cold calculations of logistics, and the harsh realities of production costs began to take center stage. The flying Jeep, once a symbol of unbridled imagination and progress, was now forced to confront the harsh realities of the real world. The compromises began to accumulate, like the scars on a battle-hardened soldier's face. The wings, once so bold and daring, were reduced in size, their aerodynamic potential sacrificed for the sake of stability and maneuverability. The Jeep's engine, once a roaring beast of power, was now throttled back, its performance dialed down to meet the demands of mass production. The once futuristic design was now reduced to a utilitarian necessity, its sleek lines and curves sacrificed for the sake of rugged durability. As the project teetered on the brink of collapse, the team's vision began to blur. Their dreams of a flying Jeep fleet replaced by the harsh realities of a war that seemed to have no end in sight. The turning point had been reached, and the flying Jeep prototype was forever changed, its true potential forever lost in the mists of what could have been. In the scorching deserts of New Mexico, a revolutionary idea was born, a concept so audacious, so radical, that it threatened to upend the very fabric of modern warfare. The Aerolite, a flying Jeep prototype, had captured the imagination of its creators. And for a brief, shining moment, it seemed as if the world would never be the same. But like a comet that blazes brightly across the night sky, only to vanish into the darkness, the Aerolite's star would soon fade. The project, once a beacon of hope, would be extinguished, its dreams and ambitions reduced to nothing more than a forgotten footnote in the annals of history. What went wrong? Why did this technological marvel, this flying Jeep that had so captivated the world, meet such a premature demise? The answer lies in a tangled web of conflicting interests, bureaucratic red tape, and the harsh realities of the Cold War era. As the Aerolite project teetered on the brink of collapse, its creators were forced to confront the brutal truth. The U.S. military had already invested heavily in more conventional, more established technologies. The allure of the Aerolite's innovative design, its promise of a new era in warfare, was no match for the entrenched bureaucracy and vested interests that had taken root within the defense establishment. In the end, it was not the Aerolite's flaws that doomed it, but its very virtues. Its audacity, its willingness to challenge the status quo, proved to be its undoing. The project was cancelled, its assets sold off, and its engineers and technicians dispersed to other, more conventional projects. As the dust settled, the world was left to ponder what might have been. What if the Aerolite had succeeded? What if this flying Jeep had become a reality? changing the course of modern warfare forever? The possibilities were endless, the implications profound. But for now, the Aerolite remained a footnote in history, a reminder of the transience of innovation, and the power of bureaucratic inertia to crush even the most revolutionary ideas. In the aftermath of the Aerolite's tragic demise, a question echoed through the corridors of power. What if? What if this radical, lightweight flying jeep had survived its inaugural flight? What if its innovative design had been allowed to flourish, to evolve into a new generation of war machines? The possibilities were endless, and the implications seismic. As the war-weary world began to rebuild, military strategists and engineers seized upon the Aerolite's pioneering principles: speed, agility, and maneuverability. They knew that the next great leap forward would require a radical departure from the lumbering bombers and cumbersome fighters of World War II. In the shadows of the Aerolite's ghost, a new class of aircraft began to take shape. The jets. Swift, silent, and deadly, these machines would shatter the sound barrier and redefine the art of warfare. The Aerolite's legacy can be seen in the sleek lines of the F-86 Sabre, its prototype sibling the XF-90, and the F-100 Super Sabre, all of which owed a debt to the Aerolite's daring design. But the Aerolite's influence extended far beyond the realm of jet aviation. Its innovative use of lightweight materials and unconventional design would inspire a new generation of aircraft.